Okay guys, it is literally 3 a.m. right now and I am running on fumes and stale coffee, but I absolutely could not sleep without getting all of these thoughts out of my head and onto the screen. I have been staring at these General Hospital spoilers for the last 4 hours, just refreshing my feeds, reading the forums, and honestly, I am shaking a little bit, because we all knew this was coming, right? We all knew that Carly could not keep a lid on this massive, explosive secret forever. You guys know I have been covering this show for years. I have been watching since 2015. I have seen every crazy mob war, every WSB shootout, every ridiculous hidden identity plotline. But this secret alliance between Carly and Valentine Cassadine, it has been eating at me. It has been driving me absolutely crazy. And now, finally, the writers are pulling the trigger. The ticking time bomb is about to go off, and Jack Brennan is the one holding the detonator. Let's be real here for a second. Who actually believed this was going to end well? Who actually thought Carly could hide a fugitive like Valentine in her attic or on her property without the head of the WSB finding out? It is just so classic Carly to think she can outsmart international intelligence agencies because she is mad. So let's just break this down, because the spoilers for the week of April 6th are absolutely insane. We have to start with Wednesday, April 8th. The spoilers say that Carly is forced to take action. She finds herself scrambling, and you know what that means. That means the walls are closing in. Carly is in full panic mode. I can just picture Laura Wright playing this, the frantic pacing, the wide eyes, the desperate phone calls. She is probably terrified that Jack Brennan is going to uncover the truth about Valentine's hideout if she doesn't do something incredibly fast. But what can she even do at this point? Move him? Where is she going to move, Valentine Cassadine? The man is a wanted fugitive, and Carly is already in so deep. She has been harboring him, protecting him, plotting with him to use his Swiss connections to help exonerate Jason. Which, by the way, is a whole other mess. Jason is sitting in WSB custody taking the fall for Rocco, and Carly is out here playing spy games with Valentine. It is just so messy, but I love it. I honestly love the mess. It is what keeps me coming back to this show even when I am exhausted and just want to sleep. And then we get to Thursday, April 9. This is where things get really, really good. The spoilers point to things finally clicking into place for Brennan. A major revelation is on the way. Brennan is going to connect the dots and realize that Carly has been hiding Valentine this whole time. Just think about how smart Brennan is. He is not some rookie cop. He is a WSB operative. He has been watching Carly. He has been interacting with her. And he has to be flashing back to all of those weird moments and strange comments she has made over the last few weeks. I mean, how many times has she slipped up? How many times has she looked just a little too guilty? Brennan is going to put it all together. And honestly, it is about time. I was starting to get a little frustrated with how long this was dragging out, but now that the payoff is here, I am so ready for it. Let's talk about how Brennan figures it out, because this is the part that really gets me going. You guys remember that Jason Morgan, the human vault, the guy who never says a word, actually blabbed to Carly about Brennan recruiting Jocelyn Jacks to the WSB. Jason! Of all people! So Carly knows that Brennan has her daughter wrapped up in this dangerous spy game, and Brennan knows that Carly knows, so Brennan is sitting there thinking about Carly's motivations. He knows she is furious. He knows she wants revenge, and he knows she is desperate to help Jason. So what does a desperate, furious Carly do? She teams up with the devil. She teams up with Valentine Cassadine. Brennan is going to realize that Carly posed as Valentine's lawyer at Steinmauer. Do you guys remember that? That was such a wild move. Carly slapping on a disguise and waltzing into a high-security prison. Brennan is going to look back at that and realize that was the beginning of this whole unholy alliance. He is going to determine that Carly wants revenge so badly that she is willing to risk everything, including her own freedom, to hide Valentine on her property. But Carly is not going down without a fight. The April 9 episode also says that Carly will become wary. Brennan might play her a bit. He might drop some hints, ask some pointed questions, and leave her wondering just how much he actually knows. I love when these two play cat and mouse. The chemistry between Carly and Brennan is just off the charts, even when they are at each other's throats. Actually, especially when they are at each other's throats. You can feel the tension through the screen. Carly is going to be sweating bullets trying to keep her cool, while Brennan just stares her down with that knowing look. It is going to be phenomenal television. I am already clearing my schedule for Thursday so I can watch it live and tweet through it. And then, guys, then we get to Friday, April 10, the fight of the century. The moment we have all been waiting for. The spoilers say that Brennan and Carly are going to have a massive confrontation. Brennan is going to blow up at Carly, and she is going to give him the exact same level of intensity right back. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. What were they thinking, making us wait this long? But also, thank you, writers, because this is going to be epic. Brennan is going to unleash all of his wrath. He is going to scream at her for harboring a fugitive, for interfering with a WSB investigation, for putting herself and everyone else in danger, and Carly is not going to back down. She never does. She is going to scream right back at him for recruiting Jocelyn, for playing games with her family, for not protecting Jason. It is going to be a screaming match for the ages. I just know Laura Wright is going to deliver an Emmy-worthy performance in these scenes. She always brings it when Carly is backed into a corner. But what happens to Valentine in all of this? Because while Carly and Brennan are screaming at each other, Valentine is still out there. The spoilers suggest that Valentine might manage to get away before Brennan can take him into custody. There might be an opportunity for Valentine to flee, and honestly, that makes perfect sense. Valentine is a survivor. He is a Cassadine. He always has an escape plan. If he hears Brennan coming, or if Carly manages to send him a warning, he is going to vanish into thin air, which is just going to make Brennan even more furious. Imagine Brennan busting into Carly's house, or the attic, or wherever she is hiding Valentine, and finding it empty. He is going to lose his mind. And Carly is just going to stand there with that smug look on her face, knowing she won this round. Or did she? Because harboring a fugitive is still a massive crime. Brennan could arrest her on the spot. Will he? I don't know. Part of me thinks he cares about her too much to actually lock her up, but another part of me thinks he is so dedicated to the WSB that he might just do it. I have to mention Chris McKenna, because he has been hyping this up on social media and it is making me even more anxious. On X, Chris has been dropping hints lately about these scenes and how awesome they are going to be. A fan was pondering the Revelation spoiler about Brennan, and Chris actually posted a GIF to indicate his excitement. He seemingly confirmed that this is a moment of truth. When the writers are getting this hyped on Twitter, you know it is going to be good. They know they have a massive hit on their hands with this Carly and Brennan dynamic. The fans on social media have been begging for this confrontation. We have been analyzing every single look, every single conversation between them for months. And now it is finally happening. I just keep thinking about the ripple effects of this. If Brennan exposes Carly and Valentine, what does that mean for Jason? Jason is relying on Valentine's Swiss connections to get him out of this WSB mess. If Valentine has to go on the run again, Jason is stuck. Jason is literally sitting in a cell, taking the blame for Rocco Falconeri because he thinks Valentine is going to save him. If Carly's plan falls apart, Jason's life is ruined. And what about Jocelyn? Jocelyn is already in so deep with the WSB. If her mother gets arrested for harboring a fugitive, what does Brennan do with Jocelyn? Does he use her as leverage? Does he fire her? Does Jocelyn try to intervene? The stakes are just so incredibly high right now. And let's talk about Carly's psychology for a second. Why does she do these things? Why does she always think she is the only one who can fix everything? It is her fatal flaw. She loves so fiercely. She is so protective of her people, Jason, Jocelyn, her family, that she completely loses her grip on reality and logic. Teaming up with Valentine Cassadine was a terrible idea from day one. Valentine is dangerous. He is manipulative. Yes, he loves his daughter Charlotte, but he is still a villain. And Carly just invited him into her life because she was mad at Brennan and desperate to help Jason. It is so reckless. But maybe I am being too harsh. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. We love Carly because she is reckless. We love her because she fights for her people. But sometimes, you just have to sit back and watch her crash and burn. I am honestly a bit tired of the writers dragging out some of these other storylines, but this one is moving at the perfect pace. The buildup has been phenomenal, the tension has been simmering, and now it is boiling over. I just hope the payoff is as good as the spoilers make it sound. Sometimes General Hospital has a habit of hyping things up and then delivering a wet blanket of an episode. But with Laura Wright and the actor playing Brennan, I don't think that is going to happen. They are both too good. They are going to chew up the scenery and spit it out. I also wonder how Valentine feels about all of this. He has been hiding out, relying on Carly, which has to be killing his ego. Valentine likes to be in control. He likes to be the one pulling the strings. Being stuck in Carly's attic or wherever is not his style. If he has to flee, where does he go? Does he try to take Charlotte with him? We know Jack Brennan has been using Jacinda to try and get to Charlotte to find Valentine. If Valentine runs, does Charlotte get caught in the crossfire? There are just so many moving parts to this storyline. It is like a massive game of chess, and Brennan just put Carly in check. So, what do you guys think? Are you as hyped for April 8 through April 10 as I am? Do you think Brennan is actually going to arrest Carly, or is he just going to yell at her? Do you think Valentine is going to escape, or is he finally going to get caught? I need to know your theories. I need to know I'm not the only one losing sleep over a soap opera. Please, sound off in the comments, tweet me, whatever. I am going to go try and get at least 2 hours of sleep before the sun comes up. But let's be real, I am probably just going to lay in bed and think about Carly screaming at Brennan. This show is going to be the death of me, I swear, but I wouldn't have it any other way.